the runes say.
Okay, cool. Well, whatever this guy is wearing, then it gets destroyed.
Alright, Carlisle is now naked. We see his ripped undead six pack.
Yeah. So can I? So what is the thing for quick casting? You can still only cast one spell in a turn, or
uh, Sorcerer.
So what we had been doing is that in order to quick cast a spell, like outside of a scene, you had to spend your star. But then uh, if you were already in a scene from someone else's star, you could cast spells in there. As far as I understood, but then otherwise you were supposed to do patient casting. I will also say, please be careful about what you're casting.
yeah. I mean, I was just going to try to bombard this guy again because I didn't get Mars, and I can't patient cast to try again.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
that
I think we go into combat.
Oh, here is the second half of the session.
Yep. Or Jim and
Destroyed
I.
all of his shit first.
Oh, that's true. Or Jim and I could just make this easy on all of us and be spying in on this and change one of your Jupiters to Mars if you want.
Yeah, either Mars or Solar. Solar strike is all consuming, wiping away those who stand before it as if it was an act of the gods.
Yeah, you know what? Since you accepted your destiny, Jim and I's feeling uh, happy with you. I don't want to say it so condescendingly. He favors you, so yeah, he'll change one to a golden, so you can just. Psh.
Man, Gemini really is Big Brother.
Destroyed. Get wrecked.
Go wet your bed in eternity, Carlisle.
Cool. And then, um, I can do that next turn. Okay, so that's it.
All right. After Necromancer goes Warlock.
Fantastic. First of all, I want to do two things in this turn, and this is an important one. I feel I may have come off as too basic in my answer of fucking the Tin Man, because he's just a man made of tin. It doesn't really count. It reminded me of this conversation I had with a friend last year, which I think sums up my feelings very well. That's it. That was the important part. About the game, I will do something I don't think anyone has done, at least not a lot so far, which is I'll change the lore of the Halcyon Isles. This week, also will go around the clans to try and convince them. No, maybe let's maybe stop rioting. You got a new king now. I'm thinking of like dropping the barrier, the giant death ball around us, and in particular, he will make it so the Urok clan, which they are responsible. Let me read this. They are responsible for creating many of Isha's great works of art. They control the royal quarries, the Order of Stonemasons, and the Lapidary Association. So he'll get them on his side for something he wants to do in just a bit. So that's what I'll be doing this week.
I can't wait for this. Okay, cool. We'll see Oswald gaining favors of one of the clans. We're gonna go to the Faustian now.
All right. I'm gonna use my star to have a scene. No, sorry. I'm going to. Damn. You know what happened was I wrote what I wanted to do each week down on a piece of paper and numbered them, and then changed the numbers after they were already written down, so they're out of order. But
That's a fun trick to play on yourself.
no. I'd like to spend time with one of my companions to boost that ring
Okay.
or that element. Ring in
Who you choosing?
Patrick.
Oh, Patrick's still kidnapped.
My apprentice?
Yeah.
Okay, so then
Need to spend time tracking Patrick down first.
yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Is Follyfig's gonna go on a desperate search for Patrick.
All right. You find Patrick bound and gagged in the basement of like some anti-mage people.
Oh shit.
It's like Clockwork Orange. They got him strapped to a chair, and they're like, he's got like duct tape on his chest, and they're like, no magic, and they're like ripping the duct tape off his hairy chest.
Wow, I killed them all.
Frogs.
Remember when Follyfig was trying not to kill things?
Yeah, that's just a sign of him losing control. We see his eyes turn red, and then the camera
don't
is
remember
just like
that.
outside the shack, and we just hear screaming, and then we see them coming out the front door, limping out.
It's just like a camera shot of the outside, and all of a sudden blood sprays the window.
Yeah. All right. Follyfig, your companion has been returned to you. Yo,
Excellent.
Guardian, did you see like the last Power Ranger episode happened a few weeks ago?
No.
Not Power
Like, they
Rangers
just-
itself, but like the Sentai show they take the footage from.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had like a finale, and like I guess they had like characters from like all 25 seasons or something like in the finale.
I mean,
Right?
it's not like they haven't done that for a long time now.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, when my kid was watching, so I set him up watching the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Probably a mistake, because yeah, he got real into it for a while. But whenever he was watching like whatever the current Power Rangers that was that was on the streaming services or whatever, there was several different versions where like there would be a scene and it had 75 different Red Rangers running down a hill, and I'm like, the fuck is going on?
Interesting.
Yeah, so they've been doing that scene for a while, but it's crazy that that it's the last one. I don't know if the if the American shows are still going on, but I wonder, are they going to cancel too? Or are they going to actually have to spend their own money to film these scenes themselves? I don't know.
They'll just start over, reuse the old footage from the beginning.
They could. I mean, I don't know. Was it Robotech that did that with animated a Japanese cartoon that
Oh, I don't know.
was like one that was going on about is in the 80s where they did like an animated, they spliced a bunch of footage from the Japanese one, and they had like one season, and they were okay with that because they were like, we're just gonna do this and see how it does. It got really popular, but then the Japanese show was canceled,
Yeah.
so they was like, what are we gonna do for season 2? So they spliced together 2 different shows, and it was really weird.
Fascinating.
Anyway,
Interesting. And one last thing. Did you know in like the original in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, one of the actors only has 4 fingers?
really?
Yeah, I was reading about this earlier. It's like it's an inconsistency because one of the actors only has 4 fingers, but when he like morphs, he has 5 fingers. It's like that dude from MASH. It's got the messed up hand. They just like never acknowledge it.
I definitely did not notice that whenever I was a kid, but even whenever I was forcing myself to rewatch. By the way, it's not easy to rewatch the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers
I bet
as an
not.
adult. It's bad. It's real bad. I didn't notice it then, but maybe it's because I was like,
Cringing. too
cringing
hard?
so hard, yeah, that I wasn't able to see it. Which one? Which Ranger?
I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if I'm telling the truth. I just am repeating
Yeah.
lies on the
Might be,
internet.
I might just be lying.
me when I spread misinformation.
I literally just saw that meme earlier. It's just like how it feels spreading lies and misinformation. It's a guy feeling great. Alright, after Faustian goes the Sorcerer. Sorcerer.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I just wanted to finish that out real quick.
sure.
Follyfig, sweaty, covered in blood, desperate, is happy to have Patrick back, and he grabs him by the shoulders and says, "Your time is now." And we'll do a cut.
All right.
I'm losing it, man.
I will spend the week cataloging all the shit I got, all the different things. I'm writing out the innovations right now. I've got the first 4 done. For artifice, enchantment, metamorphosis, and onerism. And so I still have a divination, apotropism, and thaumaturgy. But those will be done, and then I will clear all of the traces from my tower.
Nice.
But for right now, I need them as reference. But that will be my turn.
Okay. Anthony, I love that this is like taken from one of those crappy like mansion mystery like mobile games. This is so funny.
That is certainly an expression right there.
I do agree though. That's half of the fun.
All right. It's Gemini's turn. Gemini is gonna come to an epiphany as he's looking at the scales of balance. And he's like, balance is only possible because people can deny their destinies. Otherwise, we would have gotten to calamity by now. Then he looks at the pool of dreams, pool of wonders, the infinity pool, whatever the fucking pool to the dream realm that I guard is called. Pool of creation. I've read a lot of different fantasy stories in the last week.
Pretty sure infinity pool is just what they put at the top of fancy hotels that makes it look like it goes on forever.
I think you're right about that. So guys, I know I acted like I was cool and I don't care what it was called, but I need to know.
Classic comp behavior.
The Eternity Well. That's like so close to infringing on WoW, World of Warcraft intellectual property. The Eternity Well. I fucking look at it and I'm like, I'm the Lord of Dreams. I can be bound by no laws or rules. And I will jump to the infinity pool. I'm kind of this as going to visit with one of my companions, i.e. my sister. And I go to my sister, and I'm like, no more. We are the same person. It's time we become one. She nods, we touch hands, and we do the fusion dance. We do the Mastamon from Digimon Digital Sleuth, where it just like really looks like we're about to have sex, but then we fuse together. And
I haven't gotten that one. When is that?
Oh, dude, I'll post a video. Don't worry. And then out emerging from the infinity pool is Gemini. Pronouns: she, her. Cup size: C.
Exactly what we were all wondering.
Yeah. Silence. A feminist is
People-
speaking. And that's my turn.
Fantastic.
Over to Shay.
Okay. I am going to set
Say it again.
my apprentice up for success. I'm gonna move to here, and then rebuke these two souls in this direction, so that at the beginning of next month, everything moves along. None of these will have to intersect, and make another big group. Which, sets me up for Felix's sudden but inevitable betrayal.
But it's cool because it's for the greater good.
Yeah. I don't know how we're going to spend that, but...
All right. Oswald, what's the play?
This is indeed quite sex-like. Remind me of Steven Universe. I have to play more Cyber Sleuth. It's been a while since I played. But anyway, about the game. What we're actually here to play. Now that I have altered my lore, now that I have the Ura clan at least firmly on my side, would the Celestial Audience think it reasonable that I have? Please have the Grimoire load so I can read this. Here, is it reasonable to say that Oswald now has access to an armor of exceptional quality, the sort of which only a talented craftsman with access to rare and valuable materials could possibly create? Is that reasonable? What does the Celestial Audience say?
I'm for it.
I'm for it.
Yeah, sure.
Fantastic. Guard
Works for
doesn't
me.
matter. That's 3 out of 4. Now this is the hard part. Is that Oswald will write a letter to Merlin, asking if he can. Now the king. We have a new king. The new king has been crowned. Oh, I need to do the thing for Aaron to read. Thank God it's the finale. Never mind. So now we have a new king here. Oswald has dropped the bearer. The bearer has descended. Now that we have a new dynasty starting here, I don't think it's necessary anymore. The people can see the sun again after like months in the darkness. And so he will send a letter to Merlin asking for permission to cast the creation of inscribed armor to give to the new king as a gift.
Yeah, he would allow it because it's that'd be an artifice, or no, it wouldn't be. What
It's a apotrophism.
Okay, I cleared that one out. So yes, yes, you may cast that spell. Should you
Doesn't
wish.
he have inscribed armor, though?
Not this inscribed armor.
He has some. He already has some armor. I think you could probably put inscriptions on that armor he already has and just improve that treasure further.
So this is not the one. This is not the same guy that I made the armor for, then.
No, it
He
is.
does,
Yeah.
he does have armor already?
Yeah, he has
I can-
armor already.
Never mind then. In that case, I'll make him. Does he have a weapon?
Yeah.
He's got a sword and a staff.
Yeah, you forged him a weapon.
Shit. Yeah. What are some good talismans? Like to really protect someone.
He needs a talisman.
we're-
Talisman's good.
An expensive workspace with custom equipment and can access rare materials and fine crafters. I think Mighty is still reasonable for this one. Fantastic. I'll create a talisman then
Oh yeah.
for Aaron. A fire talisman for boons and hexes related to mental wit and creative inspiration. The funny thing is, I don't need to tell anyone if I chose a boon or a hex, but I would choose boons. I'm not fucking over the king, I promise. Maybe.
Be funny if you did. I'm for it.
So that's mighty import with 6 fire. Because I spent time with Morris. Give me big numbers, baby. Okay, see some salt. Let's see what's going on now. Shit, I lost the Grimoire. Fire charms. The wearer possesses clear skin and sweet-smelling odors. I don't care about that. He can smell for all I care. Oh wait, no, that's water. Never mind. I mean
Give
fire.
that to me. I need that.
Let's see here. What does Saturn do? Lead. Oh, the wearer will not die in absence of food or sleep. That's kind of awesome. Oh, I could make something real funny with this Saturn, but I won't. Remind me, have I gotten my Pact Revenant back? I have yet, right?
You have.
Fantastic.
Because Gemini's a fool.
He really is. If I'm understanding correctly, a repeated glyph does not do anything, right? If you would clear that up, DDM.
Sorry, say it again.
On the creation of talismans, repeated glyphs don't actually do anything, correct?
I don't believe so. Yeah, they don't produce anything new. As long as you're, unless you want to put the boon and the curse on there for each one.
That would be funny. Ooh. The wormy move in and out of the dreams of others while he's himself asleep. Oh, can I put Erin against Gemini? Can I do that?
He may move, but I am still the master of dreams.
I mean, yeah, you could do that if you want, but
I'm trying to see what I can do. I think the second one might be better. I wanted that Saturn, but never mind then. I can work with something else. So yes, I am only choosing boons. I'll be upfront on this. I don't want to fuck up the king. So let's see now. Erin, he will get a talisman that can, first of all, that allows him to move in and out of dreams of others while he himself is asleep. Allows him to find ideas and inspiration and arrive quickly and freely. Allows inspiration to arrive quickly and freely.
Hell yeah.
He may cast various humble magic, so he's gonna solve the crisis of magic. Fantastic. He'll have visions of the future and the past, of the sage's dreams for Isha, and for other secret things. What does Mars do? And he immediately knows the weak spots of any object or person they look at. Fantastic. So yeah, he creates this talisman, this... I think a necklace is fine enough. His finely crafted necklace, like a big red ruby, and cross it on it, and hands it to Erin as a show of peace. Like he protects the king, and now he's the king. He don't want no trouble. He don't go on internet. So that'll be it for Oswald this turn.
Okay. We will go to the Faustian.
Alright. So... Not only is Mercury not in line with any celestial objects leading to the devil having 1 week, additionally... I don't have any more of the club suit in the Faustian's deck, which means the devil gets another week. So the devil has time on his hands. He can spend this in a few different ways. The devil is going to choose to initiate all his schemes on a community, flipping them over and causing their effects at once.
No!
So, I've got 2 schemes in Sagittarius, aka the students and professors of Spireholm, which makes sense since the devil was there.
I should have activated the octopus instead of selfishly getting hormone therapy.
Okay, so the first one, I'll just go through both. The first one is a Jack of Diamonds, which is a small child who claims to be a prophet is welcomed by the community and revered for his
Oh, no.
foresight.
I've seen a
Please.
horror movie like that once.
Place this card in the wizard's possession. Okay, so you have a Jack of Diamonds now. Sorcerer. This is your
Oh.
community.
Okay.
Where'd it go? Every month, this child remains alive. It is the same as if the devil himself was spending time meddling within that domain. If this card is disposed of, return it to the Faustian's deck.
How do I get rid of this
What the hell?
prophesized child? I have a big steel hand that can do it, but it may not be looked upon very well.
Yeah.
That big steel hand just chuck a kid?
Yeah, just a reminder, there are no children on the island because they all think that the sorcerer's gonna sell them into slavery.
And as soon as one arrives, I'm gonna kill it.
Yeah, just shows up on the shore, big steel hand grabs it, throws it back into the ocean. We don't do that here.
Just a giant tentacle grabs it, pulls it.
Okay, so that's that one. Then there's the Ace of Hearts. The community grows compassionate, and their hearts are warm and full of love.
Welcoming the child in as their own.
Ask the wizard how this manifests and tell him the sinister undercurrent that lies beneath. Oh, is that what you want? They're welcoming this child prophet with love?
I think so.
Sorcerer?
I don't want it at all.
Doesn't really want that, but it has to be bad.
But that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, they're welcoming of this.
Alright, then the sinister undercurrent that lies beneath is that this child is, like, not actually, but nearly the devil incarnate. Can't do the things the devil would do. It is just a child, but misfortune, accidents, death, decay, depression, they all follow him. That's the undercurrent.
Diablo Ito.
Okay, so then I have to take 4 hearts and move them to the devil's deck. Let's see if that gets rid of all my hearts, too.
Folly Fig, don't lose your heart.
Not all of them.
Yes.
Alright, good. Okay. Resolved. Let's see. Schemes. Let me make sure there's nothing that says when schemes go off in a place that already has a devil's pawn. The no. Okay. Good. That's it.
All right, over to sorcerer.
Oh. Well, do I have... How many turns do we have left? We have 3 left? Or 2? No, we have 2. Yeah, I don't have time to deal with this prophet child. We're gonna set you over here, big dog. So I have... everyone should be able to see it. Innovations of Magic as a handout in your journal. I have each spell and then what effect can be put on that spell. But for the creation of architecture, any wizard may spend time at a local marketplace collecting alchemical reagents, various appropriate materials and supplies. If he does, the next time he casts this spell, he may consult twice as many celestial dice. So I will go ahead and spend time collecting materials for the creation of architecture.
Is it just me, or did you like put this as white font on this?
Huh?
Yeah, I was
also-
waiting for it to load, but it is loaded, just no unreadable.
Oh, mine's in dark mode. Yours is in white mode.
Yeah.
I did change it to white because I pasted it and it was from the Google Doc and it was black text on black background. I was like, I can't see this shit.
That's
I
that's
changed
great.
it to white. They are hidden from you, the mysteries of the universe.
I know. I was like, oh, genius! That's awesome.
We are but blind children.
So I have the spells I've affected, if you can't read them, are the creation of architecture, animating the inanimate, true transformation, slumber, scrying, sanctuary, and awaken the slumbering kings. Because I thought that one was cool, but I don't think anybody's ever gonna do it.
Yeah, that is the coolest spell.
It's literally just summon an incredible spirit to do things for you, and when it leaves, it puts a big curse on the land, and
Yeah.
it hurts you when it leaves too.
Yeah, I think of it like the immortal warriors from Nausicaa. Don't worry, I'll find the GIF.
I was just saying, I don't know what that is.
I
I'm
haven't
sorry.
watched Nausicaa yet. I should watch Nausicaa. I should watch a lot of stuff.
I'm just still reeling from the fact that you guys aren't in dark mode. What is going on here?
I know. I was like, what are you talking about? It's not working. And then you were like, oh, the text is white. I'm like, why is that a problem? Why is that? I did that on purpose, actually.
I
My-
was in dark mode before the last update, and then it updated to back to light, and I don't know. I haven't fixed it. Everything else on my computer's in dark mode.
Yeah, you know what? I was also in dark mode once, but no longer.
Then I saw the light.
And it never went back.
The Society of Light.
I've been in dark mode for so long that it like did something physically painful. If I open up an app that is in light mode, I'm like, what is going on here? Why would you assault my eyes in such a manner?
Why won't this be a GIF?
Oh. I already had the creation of architecture one done.
I remember you
Let me
talking
change that
about it,
one
but
then.
I couldn't.
Oh, I will change that one then. But the other ones are true.
They're true.
Um,
Be a GIF. How do I do this?
I will change it so same spell, different innovation. uh, edit here. I will change it so that any treasure created through this magic is protected by the wizard's own wards.
That's pretty cool.
So this applies to all of you guys too. If you make a building, it is protected as well.
I love that you're still innovating on the finale.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got. That's a big section of what I do is trying to, well, because that's the benefit of it, and it's kind of the temptation of, oh, I don't have enough of this school's I don't have enough of this trace yet. I'll hold off this month, but then next month there's too many, and now it goes chaotic. But I held off because I wanted to innovate. It's kind of the temptation of my game. But yeah, I will spend time gathering things. I would also like to use my my star for creating alchemical reagents, a fast cast of it, which I believe I can do at arcane level, but I will do it at personal. And then I will consult fire, as I always do. Oh, what the hell? And then with one soul would die. Good thing I can change that. I believe that's 2 copper. So it's a set of copper. Where is it?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So another copper, and then I will change the salt and the sulfur into soul to make gold.
Hey, if you type /GIF and then search, does a GIF come up in there?
Yeah. Oh, Justin. Discord?
Yeah.
I don't know.
All my GIFs come from there. Some of them are very short though, which makes them nauseating. So.
Right. That's the end of my turn.
Oh, well, here we go. This doesn't solve
cool.
my problem, but...
That's a terrifying monster and a Nazi salute.
No, she's telling it where to shoot. And then it does shoot.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I really like that scene. I've seen that a lot. I just gotta, actually watch the movie.
Yeah, it's really good. It's just like a further peek into how Miyazaki's mind. So he also like wrote the manga that Nausicaa is based on, and in the movie, humans and like nature reach an accord and like go on to grow together. But in the manga, Nausicaa just like lets humanity die out.
As one does.
Yep.
Yeah.
The first Ghibli movie I watched was Ponyo. I quite like it.
Yeah.
I think Howl's Moving Castle was the first one I watched.
Ooh.
I watched Ponyo when I was a little kid.
I quite
I
like
really liked
Ponyo.
it. Yeah.
I love the sound effect.
I've never actually seen Howl's Moving Castle.
Neither have I.
Dude, it's
I've
great.
heard it's incredible,
It's life changing.
but yeah, I need to watch it. I also want to watch Spirited Away. I've heard that is very, very good.
It's
My
great.
wife's favorite is Princess Mononoke.
Hell yeah, your wife is correct.
Hell yeah.
That's my
I
favorite.
haven't watched Prince Mononoke as well. I'm a fake ass weeb.
It's okay. It's okay. Also, Boy in the Blue Heron, the last one they put out, also very good. So
I watched it on theaters.
a little bit of this game is based on Howl's Moving Castle, and actually, so you know how we're like all mutated freaks and have like the magical stuff affecting our appearances.
Mhm.
That came about because the creator, when they were testing this out with their friends, everybody just wanted to be like Howl. So everybody just wanted to be like young magical twinks. And she was like, "No, I want them to be like also be weird, gross wizards." And so she like
No, you have to be monsters.
yeah, she like made the magical stuff to like tempt people to pick older characters so they'd like have magical stuff going on with them.
Yeah. Everyone was like, I think I'll just stick with a wing, but what if I also my voice mimicked around me, and then also every time someone looked at me, I had to freeze. I could only move when people are blinking.
Also, my fingers are like tree branches and split off from each other.
Yeah, they
I hate that
bifurcate.
one. I hate that one. Fractal
Yeah.
fingers should not be a thing.
All right,
I got robbed of a magical twink. I can't believe it.
it could have been you. I will take my turn now. I will cast a spell. DDM, I'm casting a spell. I'm casting Creation of Weaponry.
All right. Let me go to it, and I'll put my artifice in here. Creation of weaponry. All right,
Man.
I've got it.
Okay.
I remember like I could cast spells without asking for permission. Good times.
You broke the law. I'm going to just cast this at Arcane Import using some of my Unobtainium and one of my hermits to make the sword.
Okay. You're making a sword, so you're consulting fire.
Yeah. I don't know. Sword's too phallic. Is there like a more womanly weapon that Gemini can like embrace her? Femalehood now?
Like rapiers are quite up. They're not slashing exactly. But when it's slashing or cut, right? I think a rapier is quite feminine. I'd say.
You could also, if you don't want the sword at all, you could do like a bow and arrow. That's like, Artemis.
There you go. Could do a gun.
Flail.
I was literally like gonna be like, as a woman, what would you pick? But I was like, I know she's gonna pick a flail, which is like.
What?
You have a
don't want
preferred
a
weapon?
fucking flail?
Yeah, that's
You
her, like-
kidding me?
That's her go-to comedy weapon.
It's not comedy. It's real.
All right, I just always think it's
Anything-
funny when you say it.
It's this or a baseball bat. I love a baseball bat.
Flails or anything at the end of a chain is just asking to hit yourself. That's why
It requires expertise.
nunchucks, no thank you. Yeah, but you get CTE trying to build up the expertise because you hit yourself in the head so many times.
What about a whip?
You know what? Whips are elegant, but also I feel like not effective as a weapon. As a torture device.
Tell
sure.
that to Indiana Jones, okay?
I will tell that to Indiana Jones. He didn't even use his whip. He used a gun whenever he was faced with a sword fight.
If this was Dynasty Warriors, it'd be like, what about a big metal hula hoop?
Oh yeah, chakram.
There you go.
Chakram.
Yeah,
Xena would definitely pick a chakram as their weapon, and I think that's pretty
That's
cool.
fucking Xena's weapon right there, brother.
Yeah. Name a
A
more
woman of all women.
Exactly.
Yeah. She's our queen. She's the blueprint.
She somehow managed to not turn crazy awful like everybody
Right?
else of that generation.
Yeah, she really seems like she would. But...
I know,
Yeah.
right?
I tell a
But she's a New
story.
Zealander, right?
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We were watching just like a random old sitcom from the 90s, and there's this like extra that came up, and I was like, wow, this extra is like really charismatic. I was like, she like really steals the scene. And at some point, Riley was like, I think that's Lucy Lawless, and it totally was.
She's randomly showing up in things now.
Yeah, it was definitely
She
like
did the voice work for somebody cool that I was watching. It may have been for one of the DC things. I don't know. But she does like voice work for animation sometimes too. Uh, she was in Rome whenever that was a thing.
ooh,
The HBO series, I think.
yeah, yeah. So I will. I'll do a cool chakram. So it'll be a circle with the blade, and the middle, it'll like have little holes to like hold it and such. And it'll have like the design of the constellation Gemini.
Ooh.
That's right. Cause I'm thinking Gemini's a dead name. I'm thinking I have a new name now. And
Yeah, I think we can go Gemini, the Princess Warrior, instead of Gemini the Dominatrix. That's fine. I'll give up the lead.
So hey, I'm gonna roll some dice now. I'm gonna cast this patiently. The quality will match the arcane thing because it's made out of space metal.
Oh.
There we go. Wizard.
I have to post a second Xena GIF because this one is too ridiculous not to post.
Amazing.
That's a real scene from. This is
She
not an
keeps
edited
going.
GIF. They even have time for Gabrielle to laugh.
Damn.
She's everything.
For a second there, I thought when you said that you were gonna roll dice, it was like literally, so like the numbers would translate to letters, and that would be Gemini's no name. That's a,
I said I'm gonna cast it patiently, but as you can see, I did not. That's because I want to use my staff. I'm gonna change Luna, Jupiter, and Jupiter to gold. So I'm gonna have 3 gold runes on this.
Okay, so you're making the ultimate weapon.
Yes. Yes, read it out. Read it out, GDM.
For 3 gold runes, the weapon is a god killer, and if one brings it to heaven, they may strike down the very gods with it.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to turn that salt into Neptune, so the weapon is alive with a personality of its own rippling beneath. And it says...
That's terrifying. A sentient god killer.
It says, "Hey guys, do you wait? What's the line? Shall we kill evil?"
Shall we destroy some evil today?
Yeah, but mine is
just
like
a little night blood humor. That's all.
yeah. Mine's just like, I guess I'm a sword. It's like a real bummer to be around. Oh, you're not gonna use me to cut those guys, are you? Why is your sword duct taped? So it can't speak. Over to Necromancer. Last turn of the campaign for the Necromancer. Can't wait to see what this is gonna be.
Well, I'm still alive, so okay. So what do I know about Felix at this point? Do I know that he is openly working against the... You know what? Fuck it. I don't care what I know. I'm gonna go because I've been told at the last Wizard Moot that this guy, might be something fucky about this guy. I'm gonna go to him and I'm gonna use my remaining artifact that I have not squirreled away for my apprentice, which is the left hand of a notorious killer transformed into a flickering candle whose light reveals deception and strikes fear into the hearts of the living. And I will interrogate him about his actions and his loyalty.
Okay. He he's been honest with you, man. It's the sorcerer feeding you poisonous lies. Yeah. Since he came to the island, he was just like, listen, I'm a magic caster. I don't want any trouble, so I want to come to you and learn magic and do it right.
Cool. And my my magic candle does not reveal any deception.
No.
Okay. And I don't. Is there any way for me to find? Well, here's the thing. You're saying that like he has been creating hidden traces. I'm not exactly sure what. I know that that's like traces are things that happen when somebody does spells. But we decided last time that if I brought him on as an apprentice, it would not be against the Pact, right?
Right.
Yeah, he's still operating as if so. As far as I understand, if prentices cast spells, they create revealed traces, not hidden traces.
Right.
Okay. Well, then I will then take him on as my second apprentice, and like the junior apprentice, so that hierarchy is established for whenever my my fate becomes manifest.
Cool. Then I say we can remove Felix from DDM's board.
All right. Yes, he's gone.
And then I'll just give him the cannon. And I say I took this from a ghoul caller. It should return to someone who followed that path.
And he says, "Oh, thank you so much." Then he pulls up his sleeve, revealing that he only has one hand. He attaches it. You realize he's the notorious killer. Just
ba ba ba.
all right. Hey, you have a star. Do you want to do your sacrifice now, or do you want us to finish everybody else's actions and then find out what your sacrifice is?
Well, do you guys have something in mind, or because if nobody else has a plan, I'm gonna go into that cave of wonders and try to take it out from the inside. Man.
I didn't have any ideas. I was thinking like you like cast a super powerful spell or something to like make the island flourish, but
Yeah, that's true. I guess I do have to try to find a way, but I did look through the grimoire and I didn't see anything. Maybe this architecture thing though might be the thing. Let me look at that.
yeah, maybe
Maybe
like raise the palace from the from the grave.
Yeah. Let me look at the architecture thing and see what I can do with that.
Okay, then let's go to the warlock. What's Oswald's final move?
Don't really have like only three actions. Like the fourth one has to be the wizard move.
So that was the way, but then the sorcerer set up teleporters on all our castles to the island.
Stupid. Very well. What could also do in this case? What is the last thing he'll do before we're done here? It's a great question, actually. Hmm. Let's see. Let me read up on something real quick.
Okay.
Hmm. Would creation of architecture be used to create like a statue?
A statue?
Yes. Or rather, we do have metamorphosis. Let me see here.
Yeah, it might be metamorphosis or petrification. All the runes for architecture like detail a room that gets made.
Yes. I did like petrify that one demon and turn his whole body into gold.
That's true.
So can I like shapeshift into like a statue of Erin, like striking down the evil King George who brought the land to devastation?
Yeah,
Would that
absolutely.
be? Yes. Oswald will send a letter to Merlin asking, "Can I do this, please, Dad?"
Sure. You're venerating my son. Creation of architecture, and so that would be one more artifice.
I think it would be actually. What metamorphosis spell would it be? Like to
There is true transformation.
changes from the. Yes. Okay. This could be it. Let's see. Contact, peace, nightfall, the form not shed.
Hey DDM,
Okay.
your mic's freaking out. Can you mute yourself when you're not
Oh,
speaking?
sorry. I did not know that.
I'm not hearing anything.
I heard a buzz a couple of times, but
No, that's fair.
I'm not, maybe it's Lotus. I just saw her thing light up with one.
Very well. In this
What?
case, Oswald, with some help from everyone, will bring the petrified golden demon to the town square. I hope no one ever undoes this petrification, by the way, because he's right in the middle.
We'll
Like,
all
like
die.
yes, the main villa, the main plaza. And he will cast True Transformation at a arcane port. And uh, the intended form is a human. Yes, it'll be fire. It was like it's a humanoid form. So let's do it.
Just like King Gavilar.
And fire, that's 5. What do I get? Okay, what does this mean?
3 Mercuries.
Each glyph corresponds. Yeah, I think more than one does anything. So let's go with that second one. I go. So first of all, this statue cannot be removed except through magic, unless beyond the first rays of the next day, which was already in the vitrification, so I don't think it makes any difference. Um, it is intelligent, so it still remembers that it was a devil one day, and it got turned into gold.
Oh.
That's kind of bad, actually. There's a salt there, so it is physically exemplary. It's like it's a really good reconstruction of the physicality of Erin striking down George. And like if it ever got to move, it would be intuitively a master and using its new form in violence. Nice. The new form is aesthetically exemplary, beautiful or hideous beyond measure. The perfect encapsulation of that form, its glory and desire. So not only is it powerful, it's hot.
Yeah,
But
there we go.
Now this, I imagine they're naked, by the way, just like thongs, like flinging in the wind, like the Greeks used to do. Amazing. And then repeats Jupiter. So yeah, that's it. Fantastic. Now I have a potential world-ending catastrophe. Not world-ending, but this would kill some people if someone ill-intentioned, like say the devil or Bugs Bunny, were to ever release the spell on it. And that's it. That's the last thing. Also to set up season 2.
Excellent. For the new edition. All right. Speaking of Bugs Bunny, Faustian.
Yes. I am going to have my pirate lord that has been so diligently watching over the fishermen and sailors of the reaches find herself over in Sagittarius to take out a pawn that lingers this last week of the month. So the pawn is dismissed, deleted, and my pirate queen goes back into my deck.
The board is clear.
The board is clear. I would also like to do, I'd like to send a letter to Oswald at the start of this week.
Fantastic. I'll accept it.
Okay. I'd like to read it out as if you were reading it and you were hearing my voice in your head. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Dearest Oswald, my honor.
Meeting,
Oh.
he puts it down. And goes, oh my! Of course he did that.
Dearest Oswald, my honorable warlock, I must reveal my intentions in sparing your life at the last moot. The devil is succeeding in whittling me away, and before he does so, I must be halted in my transition to a darker self. To put it simply, you must kill me. I request your assistance with my execution at this month's wizard moot. I also ask that you and the other wizards induct Patrick, my cherished apprentice, into the Pact as the new keeper of the chains at this month's wizard moot. He will serve as a mighty replacement and a dear friend to you all. I am certain of it. With endearment, Follyfig.
Also, silently puts the letter down, gets up, goes to a nearby window overlooking the sea, looks all the way to Scuttleport, and goes, "Yes!" I do hope Polyfig warns everyone else of this, so it doesn't look like also just showed up and killed him.
Well, the letter's only going to you, but Follyfig will be attending the wizard moot, so I'm sure we can talk it out, or you can just outright murder him.
Yeah, no, the devil!
I have a picture for this.
Yes, perfect. You're just going to see more flesh one less time before I die. I love that part.
Alright. That's it for me.
Alright, over to the sorcerer.
It's time to build a tower, I think. I will, because we have to keep prying eyes away. I'll have a little tent set up on the side of the tower outside, and uh, I will cast the creation of architecture patiently. Let me find it. Ooh, come on. Where did I fucking put it? Oh, it's over here. Okay, I found it. uh, maybe. There we go. All right. So since I spent an extra week uh, preparing for it, I will consult twice as many dice. So instead of consulting 3 for fire, uh, I will consult 6, and then I will also consult 2 solar die.
Say it.
I will be what?
Say it.
Oh, as is my right, obviously. Um,
He said it. He said it.
What kind of
um, I would like to do this spell at Mighty Import, and I will be using the base building as the base of my. I that is what I'll be using the tower that's already here. I'm not destroying it and building a new one like I did with the ground library. I'm improving what is already here.
All right.
So I would like to do it of Mighty Import, assuming it was built by experienced masons and is no larger than the castle of the King of Isha,
Yeah. It better not be
which
bigger.
I don't believe it is. Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay. So uh Mighty Import 6 and then 2 solar die as well.
2 devils.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's alive.
I was betting on 2 devils too.
In fact, I think I'll
I was-
change
No
one of
de-
those to a devil.
Oh no.
I'm just kidding.
All right. So what does this do?
I don't know.
Okay, so the first one has 3 lunas. The building has a library packed full of tomes from all across Isha, and while within, you may do research as if you were within the inscrutable library. It also has a study and an especially tall tower, and then any additional lunaglyphs can be another room dedicated to the cultivation and exploration of magic, and may be granted an appropriate, unique rule declared by the celestial audience. Um, I would like to use up. I'll go ahead and use up the rest of it because it's the finale. I'll use up the rest of my silver to create magical rooms of arcane study. At least one of which being a some kind of chemistry room. To be an incredible lab. So there would be 1, 2, 3, 4,
Can it like
9.
Can I like roll over and fetch and stuff? Open refrigerators.
Thanks. I meant like a chemistry lab, but okay. So there would be 9 silver, 9 lunaglyphs. Billy has a mill. What is this? This is I don't have any extra for that. So yeah, it has a mill of some kind, which is the production of and refining of various goods, and may be used to prepare a large quantity of any material. I'll say it has a paper mill to make as much paper as will be needed to fill its shelves.
Yeah.
And then to Neptune. The building is far larger on the inside than the outside. Cool. I was hoping for that one. I don't have any extras for that one. And then one soul glyph, which the building is sentient, expressing its will through the rustling of shingles and the creaking of joints, and may assist those who care for it. I will go ahead and spend all of my gold. So there are 13 soul runes. This building is completely alive and has a will of its own in order to protect those within it. And then, I'm going to use all my materials. I don't got anything else to do. The building has many, many rooms, of which produce heat and food, fresh water, supplies of any kind. It has 20 Mars, in which each is some layer of security, and then I have 35 copper, which is living areas for different groups of people, including me and my wife. And I will expend all of my reagents to create his magnum opus, the best he's ever done.
Yeah.
And that's it. I will end my final turn.
All right. It's my turn. I travel through my portal to the orrery as you know, before the meeting starts. And I take out my sword and I approach the pact, written on the table that we all argue at. And
you're gonna cut up our. Oh no.
And I take my sword just as a reminder. My sword has 3 gold runes on it. The second rune of which says, "The weapon is a fist of God, mighty enough to carve through dreams and metaphorical concepts with ease." So I'm going to, go to the pact and scratch through with my chakram. Rule number 1, it says, all wizards are men. Whoosh. Gone. We're done with that.
Fuck yeah.
And I go to the next, which says all...
I know. Lucky I don't speak anymore.
It's over, Oswald! We can be ladies now. Then I go to rule number 2, which states that all wizards are lonely. I don't like that one either. I'm marking that out. And then Gemini lowers the chakram, nods to herself, and then moderate change, never satisfying enough for a leftist story. So then Gemini thinks of her favorite member of the Pact as everybody leans forward, hoping it's them. She thinks about Folly Fig and how haggard he looked last time, and she's worried for him. And we flash back to when Gemini was like, "I'm always complaining about my fate, but you have the worst one of all." And Folly Fig just was like, it's chill. Oh, now I'm kind of thinking maybe I should respect Folly Fig's wishes. But that thought passes, and Gemini raises her hand above her head and brings the chakram down on the pact itself, destroying it. Freeing the devil and
Oh, fuck.
easing Follyfig's plight. And then that's when you guys all like arrive through your portals. You see like the table that we all sit at shattered. But
Also, just holding back not to scream right now.
and so I have the magic chakra in one hand. In my other hand, because the pact is built upon a fallen star, I have my own star companion with me, aka the soul of my former master that got transformed with me. And I greet you all. I say, the old pact is over. Let us build something better. And now we may begin the wizard's moot.
And then shade explodes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I messed up my hilarious introduction. As I'm thinking about Follyfig, but before I destroy the pact, I reveal my own destiny to the group. Which is, my destiny is the young hero. I accepted a call to set off on a new adventure when I gathered you all 1 year ago. I sat and learned from another destiny, Follyfig. I triumphed in a conflict over another destiny when Merlin gave me his child. And for my final quest, I will face a great evil and stay strong against it. The great evil, the pact itself. And then I destroy it. And my destiny, my inevitable fate is I will destroy a great evil which plagues our land, which is this misogynist order that keeps magic only to 5 crazy old fucks. But in doing so, I will lose that which I love the most, and I can never return to the person who I once was. So, the person I love the most is my sister. Or my star. Actually, it's my star because I'm closest with that one. But I lose it because we're going to make a new pact. Maybe. We'll see how this goes.
Alvin will walk towards the table, like fall to his knees, and like the guy at the end of Planet of the Apes, and go, "What is the meaning of this?"
The pact was flawed. We already abandoned it. There's only 5 of us. We cannot continue to uphold a system that is broken and no longer works.
Gemini, you have breasts.
Thank you for
I was
noticing.
gonna do.
I was gonna say it'd be really because Gemini looks different to everybody, like depending on how they feel about Gemini. So it'd be funny if like just nobody notices. She's like, I could have been a woman this whole time.
I can't believe I always had tits. HRT is truly amazing.
Yeah, Gemini's like, yeah, further proof that the pact was flawed. It said that no woman could be a wizard. I've been a wizard for 30 years.
What did you have in mind for a replacement?
I don't know.
Destroy the one we had.
Something ambiguously better. Come on, guys. This is easy.
Follyfig will stride in late. Sort of being propped up by Patrick. Follyfig is, he's like when a person is being possessed, It's like sweaty, worn out. And he doesn't even first notice when he walks in. He's just like, "All right, Oswald, do your worst."
Why are you on the floor?
I'm having an aneurysm right now. Give me a moment.
What? What? The Pact? The devil! The devil! Polyfig's gonna like panic
No.
and run around the room. Where's he hiding? I know he's here.
Oswald will get up slowly, like just sort of properly. Like, he's quite shaken still, and say, "No, it was something worse." Then look, Gemini, women.
Fucking boomers, man.
A woman in the military. How did you even do this? It should be impossible.
With magic, obviously.
I am the Lord of Dreams, and nothing is beyond the reach of human imagination. If it can be dreamed, it can be accomplished. And so it has been. And Oswald,
I'm dreaming about strangling you right now.
please don't. I want to reveal something to you. You're the only member of this group that I have not been able to make their destiny come true. And do you know what your destiny was, Oswald?
To strangle you?
True love.
Shade. That's not me. That's Shade laughing.
You are just as much of a victim of this pact as I was. You have made yourself deny your emotions, your humanity, and it robbed you of the chance to be happy with another human being.
We have no time for that. We have a job to do. I have wasted 20 years of my life for this slab of stone. Here, in this room. And look what you did. For what? Oh, this is horrible. This is terrible. What are we going to do now? What Russia? You just start like walking in circles.
What what do we think, guys? So many ways we could go with this.
Well, since there's no pact, and we're not bound by the warlock having the sword of Damocles over our heads.
Yeah. Yeah, probably should do something to address the devil.
Yes, I'm like feverishly.
Yes, we need to work at this right now. We need law, social order. Oh my, maybe if it gets down, like tries to piece it back together, maybe I can salvage some of it.
It's gone!
You know, this never would have happened if we would have had a Hierophant.
Let's see.
Well, obviously we have to do something about the devil. We also have to make sure that the world doesn't become so magical that it explodes.
True.
Very well. What do? I'm the Archmagus. So I'll think of something. But first of all, Polyfig, there is something we must do. And he takes out his sword.
Wait. Wait.
Have you been listening?
It's not your duty right now because the pact doesn't exist.
You may have me on a silver platter for all I care, but you must wait until we determine the state of the realm with the devil free.
Someone obviously must continue to watch the gates, otherwise the dead will surge out of them and create its own apocalypse.
I want to propose that we summon the devil and then we hand Oswald the God Killer's chakrams.
I mean,
Oh,
if it's a
fuck
god killer, who's to say it's not a devil killer as well?
I mean,
Flawless logic.
it's gotta work, right?
And if it doesn't, the cage we made for him is already destroyed. We don't have time to make another one.
I suppose it is the least horrible decision you've made today.
What do you think, Follyfig? You know him better than any of us.
I haven't the slightest idea on how to kill him. If I did, I would have done so by now. But Gemini, damn it, I trust you. Should you bring us destruction, calamity? What are the two sides?
Calamity and extinction.
Shall you bring us further towards calamity or extinction is your purview. I say bring the devil forth.
All right.
For he is an old friend.
Well, summoning him used to be the Faustian's purview, but now any of us can. Let us all do it. Join hands.
Everybody hold hands.
I will die by the end of today. But he does join hands.
Get in line, pal.
All right, how do we do this? I guess I should know how to do this. Let me guess if we're casting a big group spell, maybe
Make
I
sure
should.
we turn out the lights and we say his name 3 times.
Limp Biscuit, Limp Biscuit, Limp Biscuit.
No.
You fool.
It's just one of those. No.
Feeling like a freight train.
Epstein, Trump, Kevin Spacey. Join us, devil, and make it hasty.
You summoned Render.
Help, please help me.
Yeah, we just light a
Yeah,
black
they're-
candle,
they're-
play Limp Biscuit, and he summons.
I usually
There-
just think impure thoughts.
Material components are lotion and tissues.
All right. Lotus, will you play the devil?
Yes. Let me see. He will appear as me.
He almost was.
Why?
Except he'll appear as like a fully healthy, well-to-do Follyfig. Follyfig on top of the world. And I will look like a carnival mirror by comparison. So instead of like appearing in a puff of smoke, he will. You'll hear a door open, and then hooven feet clunk, 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 clunk across the floor, and he'll say, "Ah, well, to have you all here at the same time, I wouldn't have it any other way. You knocked."
Also, will extend a hand towards Gemini. Please, I need to take all this frustration right now.
I will hand you the God Killer.
Fantastic. Are we gonna duel? Is it not a duel? Are we gonna do this? Because also we'll jump this man, woman, devil.
Yeah, I think it goes down. What do you guys think? I think Oswald gets him.
I think we
I
shake
think
this guy like Caesar.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's like 5 wizards against him. It's kind of in a disadvantage.
The devil can't hurt us, right? Like that's part of his rules.
Well, I think his rules are gone now. They were just
Yeah.
destroyed, weren't they?
Because someone destroyed the tablet.
Okay.
I do think it'd be interesting to
I'll die.
Nope. So the devil has claimed 3 things to me,
Yeah.
and I think maybe choosing them would be interesting, and then sort of resolving it as like what he does in his last moments, or basically how this last bit plays out. So I'll read them real quick.
Yeah.
These are things that he's told me about his origin that one of them is true. The devil was an innocent young wizard once, betrayed by his closest friends whose eternal agony fuels the Pact. Number 2, the devil created this entire world, but before he could transform it into paradise, he was undone by his own creation and got stuck here. And 3, you are the devil and the devil is you. Don't you get it? The key is in your hand. Oh, the key in your hand matches the lock in your heart. Free yourself.
Okay, so I think options shouldn't be the most important, because the third one is basically Prolific, kill yourself now, and the second one is like the devil is actually God, so the God killer will kill him. This is Demiurge. Amazing.
So
The first one is just we have to walk away from Amelis.
the first one, I'm kind of like, I like selfishly want, because it's like, then everything is a net good for destroying the Pact. Like,
Yeah.
and now we have another member.
Just make like a Neath wizard into the devil.
Yeah.
So you're saying if we destroyed the Pact, which ended the torment, then the devil is no longer a force for evil?
Yeah.
If it's the first one?
Could be.
Oh man. I like that one, but Oswald's gonna be so mad he doesn't get to kill somebody.
That's true.
That is true. Would he still have to kill Prolific then? We just like talk it out the devil?
I think no, because I think now the devil does not have to continue his schemes, because
Honestly,
the Pact is not torturing him anymore.
First of all, it's really funny how the villain all along was the preconceived notions we held, and not any actual person. Isn't it crazy? Second of all, I'm all for giving Oswald a big case of narrative blue balls and not let him kill anyone ever.
Gemini just walks over and she takes the God Killer back. I don't think you're gonna need that.
Sorry. I didn't know that he was a victim in all this. DDM, what do you think?
Mm, I think it is interesting because it corrupts the pact, the origin of the pact, further, which is interesting. Uh, and I don't know how we're gonna fare in a fight. So, but it is narratively interesting to be. Oh, we did the ultimate evil, and really it was saving a dude that we trapped in a cage for a long time. That was the ultimate evil we were told the entire time. When really it's just we set that guy free when we really just selfishly captured him in the first place.
Yeah. Lotus, you're the ultimate decider on this. What do you think?
I do like the idea of that like our predecessors um did betray a wizard and for, to gain power to create the pact, and it's all just been um like perpetuated. They've told us every single iteration of each keeper has said, oh, that's the pact, it's the devil at the center of it, so don't ever trust the devil, don't ever break the pact. But for these young rebels, I don't know, to recreate the world around them, starting with the like power source. I think that's pretty sick.
Our
All right.
game was being directed by M. Night Shyamalan all the time. We didn't even know it.
All right, then. Yeah. Then narrate more, Chainkeeper.
All right.
Does the devil reveal his backstory to us now?
Yes. And it's just as I said. So the devil will cast an illusion for everyone to see. The illusion is, I guess it's like a projection of what happened that, eons ago, where he sat in one of the chairs or one of the thrones at the wizard moot. Let's see, which wizard should he be? What if he was like the previous Faustian? Would that be interesting?
Yeah, he was whatever the Faustian like originally was.
Yeah, okay. So he was like, yeah, proto Faustian. Whatever that is.
Maybe his duty was more uh, fighting the concept of temptation rather than the embodiment of the temptation, and he
Is he like
became
temperance?
Yeah, like
yeah
how like the like historical devil is like just an angel that like tempts people and like tests their faith. He was like more in that sense. And then by binding
Yeah, I
him,
like that.
he became like our current concept, which is like
A twisted, dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and let's see. Um, let's say he like was like ranked really high, or because he was like very, very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And the other wizards got together and cast a great work
Yeah.
to bind him and create the pact. And yeah, over the last since then, his agony and sense of betrayal and loneliness and hatred only grew and caused magic to be like extremely chaotic and dangerous.
Yeah,
All
that's
for power.
yeah, that's honestly like a really exciting like concept just for a story. Like the Faustians are being taken over by him because they're like sitting in his throne, but also because they're like the heirs to like an evil bargain where they're just like feeding off this guy like parasites. And...
Yeah. Exact. As That's exactly what was in my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so he shows his and the projection fizzles away, and let's say the devil is now in like its true form, its original form. An angel.
No. Whoa.
It's pretty awesome.
Gemini looks at Merlin and says, "Didn't see that coming."
It's pretty good. It's pretty good, Mr. Divination Wizard.
I was just saying, isn't your job like to see things coming? Wasn't that the whole point? Like that's your whole thing.
I love it.
I'll be honest. This entire campaign, I've been trying to like stay as far away from the devil as possible. So
Understand.
I never cast like any divination spells that were like anything to do with that because I was like too scared. And I kept using my powers to put agents on my island, so whenever plots would pop up on my island, they would just instantly be taken care of.
So now you see.
So we can't, we can't replicate the Pact to be as powerful as before without doing what our ancestors did, huh?
That is correct. What they did was truly and utterly evil and unforgivable.
And that means none of us will be able to tend to our realms by ourselves.
Perhaps we can do it together.
And I'll look at Merlin, and I'll say, and there'll have to be more of us.
We're gonna have to start promoting librarians, aren't I? All right.
Yeah. Instead of one necromancer, there'll be an order of necromancers, an order of sorcerers, and an order of sages.
No.
Do you know how dangerous that could be? Even more people wielding magic. Really?
Sounds good to me.
I wouldn't say it's free. Magic still has a cost to you.
And what becomes of the Faustian without a devil to keep at bay?
There are still demons.
And I suppose we need a jester at least.
I think perhaps I will take some time, travel the countryside, and consider a new purpose, a new destiny. And he'll wink at Gemini.
Gemini says, You have completed another destiny if you want me to reveal it to you.
Got ya.
Just now?
The destiny you rolled was your original destiny. So you'd already fulfilled that. Haven't fulfilled.
Wait, what was the original one? To become a mentor?
The mentor. You will die and your students will outlive you. Their names will echo throughout history as great scholars, warriors, or kings. You will be known as their teacher, your own accomplishments set aside, but through them, your will can continue.
Well, Patrick.
It's a lot of pressure. You don't have to take it. I just thought it'd be funny to.
No,
reveal
no,
that.
I'd love to. I think that's good because there's no. I mean, there's without the devil, there's no balance in the Faustian's realm to uphold. You know.
That's true.
So I accept my destiny.
And Gemini nods and furrows her brow for a second, which is like, ultimately, he ended up accepting the destiny that the stars had for him. Does that mean that we don't actually have fruit? You know what? I won't think about it too much. Was his choice only an illusion the entire time? Well, I think that's does anybody have any closing remarks before we go to the end of the year wrap up in the rulebook?
Also to walk forward, I look down at the remains of the Pact and say, I lived almost a century defending the words written here. You just expect me to one day simply accept it was all lies? It was all for the worst? You know, he looks at Gemini. The very few times I have doubted the words written in the Pact, one of them was when I held my daughter for the first time. She wished to use magic quite fervently, the girl did. Of course, I never allowed. You said something about true love, did you not? After we're done here, I think I'll go see my daughter.
Aww.
Aww.
A parent's
It's a-
love is the true love.
Her mother became frogs and died.
No, she ran off with an agent of the devil. Remember? Folly Fig tried to kill her.
I thought Frog Lady did eventually end up in my realm, because I think I had to banish her through Terminus.
Yeah, so Folly Fig tried and succeeded to frog 2 women. Then he went into combat with all the frogs. He managed to kill all the frogs for one of the women, but for Oswald's wife, one frog escaped. And because Folly Fig is such a powerful sorcerer, that frog was able to completely reconstitute itself as Oswald's wife. So she lived, but then Folly Fig set one of his agents up with her, and the two of them ran off together.
Amazing.
Fantastic storytelling. I don't think I've ever mentioned Oswald's daughter even once, other than in passing, like at the very first session. But he does have a daughter. She's one of the lady knights. I don't think I put her in the court, but she's a lady knight.
Oh, neat.
She's gonna be a wizard knight soon.
Yeah,
Yes.
I liked it. The Order of Warlocks. Come on. Then I say it ends with everybody like bringing their pact fragments together over the pact.
I was gonna say, do they have any power now? I'd assume the Pact created them and used them as keys, essentially. But I figured they fed off it as well.
Yeah, possibly. So this is in the rule book. I should say that every time I GM. This is in the rule book on page 32. It's labeled The Changing of Years. At the end of each year of continuous play, which we've done, After 4 seasons have come and gone, the Pact takes a moment to reflect on where they stand and how they want to proceed. First, discuss together as a group whether you want to continue playing or if it's time to take a break. If anyone wants to step out or there are any absent wizards, discuss if you want to add any new wizards. I'm finished.
Yeah, I think we're probably finished.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that was a question. I thought that was a statement that we are finished.
I
Yes.
do agree. Yes, like we beat patriarchy. Where do you go from here? The sky's
Yes.
the limit.
Yeah, we solved it.
I think we're gonna wait for like the next version, like see what changed up.
And then each of you, so we choose one of the following. A companion has grown and changed from how you knew them before. Ask the Pact how they changed and what they've gained. Or, magic has warped and changed your wizard. Ask the Pact for another change of magic. Or, your exploits have earned you a new title. Ask the Pact for another title to add to your list.
That one for me.
I knew it. Yes. What do you? So you want a new title, Follyfig?
Yes.
Yeah, you can't be the Faustian anymore, can you?
No.
All right.
But what should he be?
What should Follyfig's new Pact or new nickname be? Title. Janitor.
Well, what do you think that the goal of your order will be, since you're going to be mentoring them?
Oh, Hierophant, of course.
It would have to be. Uh, it's a great question. Would he teach like? Would he be like a philosopher?
Yeah, what about the Bard? He just missed the Bard class.
Oh, that's what it is. Yes, he restores like art and music and performance in the realms.
Yeah.
Teaches it as a way teaches it as a way to cast magic.
It's a feminist renaissance going on right now.
Hell yeah. Love it. All right. Follyfig has become the Follyfig the Bard.
The Bard.
Cool. Anthony, what do you think? Which of these do you want?
I would like to say that Oswald gained the title of the Warlock King, but that only lasted 2 months, so I don't think it's reasonable. So let's say that the Pact has changed. It clearly changed his wife physically, but I think with this recent development, it is reasonable to say it changed his daughter. Now after this, they're gonna become closer, and she's gonna. I don't think she was even living like in the house, was living in the barracks or some shit. She wasn't allowed in the house. Like Maris was the substitute child for Oswald, but now they're gonna become closer, and she's gonna learn magic. That's what's happening, baby.
Hell yeah.
She's his heir companion, I believe. Either heir or birth.
Excellent. Guardian.
Well, Shade is about to go back to his island and start trying to raise it up out of the, flooded hellhole that it is. And it's probably not going to make it through the next month. So I think that his companion, his heir, has grown into the role of necromancer.
Ooh.
Or I guess head necromancer. Because he still wants the destiny that he earned, especially with the change in the Pact.
Yeah. I think maybe Gemini, he sees your distress, and Gemini's like, well, your destiny doesn't have to happen right now.
we'll see how this big spell casting goes. If I make it through it, then we'll be looking for my sacrifice sometime in the distant future.
DDM, which of these are you choosing? The Keeper song? Oh, wait.
Oh no, I was saying that for Folly Fig.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Since we all have like Keeper of Runes, Keeper of Stars,
Oh, Keeper
stuff
song.
like that.
Wow.
I figured Keeper of Song.
We're really
was
doing
appropriate.
something here.
Yeah, they got to make a bard class now. swap them out. Sorry, can I hear the options again, or are we just coming up with our own?
Your companion
Sorry,
has
I'm-
grown and changed from how you knew them before. Magic has warped and changed your wizard. You get another change of magic. Maybe finally tree branch fingers. Or your exploits have earned you a new title.
I think with the severing of the pact, I think my wife would continue to learn and delve more into magic. That was somewhat of a forbidden subject for her, for a long time. But obviously, she has some interest in it. But she got as close as she could before. But in this new system, she can pursue it much more. And I think she's probably one of the first that I elevate to a sorcerer as well as myself.
Hell yeah. And I too, now that I'm out, I'm proudly able to take Andromeda off of the island and be like, this is my apprentice. And I am no longer grooming her.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cycle of violence is over.
Yeah.
Then one player takes the grimoire in their hands. Someone grab their screen. Going around the table, each player discusses their favorite moment involving that player, their wizard, and their roleplay. Once every player has highlighted a moment with that player passes the grimoire to the next player, and the cycle continues until everyone had a turn holding the grimoire. Finally, okay, don't do that yet. Alright, well, hey, let's start with me. Say nice things about me, please. DDM.
I loved the ball of dirt. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the immediate. I'm going to make a scrying orb out of a ball of dirt. That's like one of the first things you did, and you know, I before we even started, I was definitely very interested in it. But as soon as you were like, "Yes, I'm making this," it set me up to inspire. It had inspired me as well to go, "Oh, what can I make? What can my guy use throughout this?" As I just think that was a very interesting thing to do. The destinies were always really cool, and especially your interpretations of them. And I guess our interpretations of your hints that you gave us of trying to steer us as well was a lot of fun. Trying to go, what exactly is being asked of me? Where do I need to go? So yeah, that was always fun, and it was another puzzle to kind of sort through. Of not only are we working with our own games, but also we have a destiny that's being interpreted by another player here that we're either trying to embrace or move away from. So yeah, I mean, I think that was my favorite aspect of playing the game with Gemini.
Cool, thank you. Guardian.
My favorite moment with you was the righteous indignation when Oswald broke the pact. the like when the wizard mood got to you and you were just like it's like, well, you need to die. And then the whole next session, the whole next 2 sessions where you're just like fumingly angry about the situation, that was pretty good. That was my favorite. I missed the ball of dirt, so yeah.
Before your time. Anthony.
Let's see. That's a hard one. I do remember liking a lot which was one of the first like main interactions we had between the wizards. In the first king's anniversary, no, the princess' wedding, when you made that crown that controlled minds and that kept popping up for like the next 5 months or so. I really liked that. I think that was the first time, like the wizards got together. It was just like me, you, and DDM back then. I think it was like the second third session. I quite enjoyed that. But I also like the side plot with your sister on the side. That's quite fun too. I wasn't expecting the 7 years of fusion by the end, but I enjoyed it too. That was great.
Yeah, that crown was like a great like first taste of the game where it's like, whoa, you can make some psycho stuff here. Yeah.
I think that was one of the first spells, not the first.
Thank you. Lotus, Dirtball.
That's, yeah, for sure, but also the emotional confrontation of her past. That was really impactful. I enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah, me asking you guys the questions was interesting. I enjoyed it.
Also this finale bit.
Thank you. Yeah. I was like thinking about it. I was like, I've got to do something out of left field because otherwise it's gonna be like we play around and I'm like, okay, that was it. But Riley also came prepared for a showstopper.
Yes.
Not in my watch. All right, DDM, I'm handing you the grimoire.
Oh, okay. I'm holding the grimoire.
My favorite part, first of all, you saying "as is my right." It's hilarious to me every time you said it. I also enjoyed like how seriously you took the job of being the sorcerer, like the GM in charge of the spells, and like you really knew your stuff, and you were saying stuff where I was like, wow, he read the rules.
You want to hear something that may not be so conducive to that statement?
You're like, I didn't really read the rules.
I have the only bits of the actual like rule book that I've read are I think just have to do with character creation and then the different impacts that you can give to the different wizards. Otherwise, I was just going off stuff that I read in my own book or in the grimoire.
Well, hey, you managed to say stuff confidently enough that I believed it.
Let's go.
Guardian.
Well, you did partially take mine. I was going to say that the collaboration casting spells with your help figuring out the rules was my favorite part of the of your contribution, I guess. But I also was actually pretty intrigued by whatever I don't understand it, but I was intrigued by whatever is going on with your mini game and like trying to track down all of the magic that's being cast by people who aren't supposed to be able to do it. So that was good.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a fun time, but they were just like, oh yeah, by the way, here's 3 extra occultists on one of the months, and I was like, oh fuck, and I've just been trying to deal with it since.
It was just so funny that like 4 times in a row, it was like your agent betrays you and becomes an occultist. Like what the hell?
I really should have spent some time and gone to the orrery and moved the stars because it is something you can do. I think if I had spent a week in like the first or second month of that and moved one of the planets back, I think it was Saturn, and moved it back one, I would have it would have not happened. But it happened like 3 or 4 turns in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Oswald's the only person to ever use that mechanic.
Yes, I did it once.
Yeah. We're all too busy trying to stop the world from exploding. Anthony, what did you like most about DDM?
That's a hard one. I also like him handling like the spell casting, but I'm also going to refer to an earlier event, which was when his son got kidnapped, and his wife was like, "What the heck?" And he had to come talk to the king because then I got to roleplay the king, who was just an asshole. Jim only got to roleplay the first king. There's a bunch of kings who could be assholes, and poor Krauser didn't get to be one. He was too good to be king.
Yeah.
Let's hope Aaron doesn't fall down that path.
Yeah, pour one out for
I
Krauser.
Yes. I also like this one time. It's less DDM Markov. Markov said, "You be your wife," and both I and DDM heard, "You beat your wife." I'm like, what? Merlin goes, what? In real life. Overall, I like how involved Merlin's family was in this. It always seemed like he was the one who like easiest to like end up in a hostage situation, and he kind of did twice, by the way. Wasn't as bad as I expected. Good on him. Great job.
Yeah, I just kind of think it was interesting there at the end where I was like, well, it's funny that Aaron like got kidnapped by this family in the first session, and then it's like the king by the end of the campaign. That's pretty fun. Lotus, your favorite thing about DDM?
I really liked the acceptance of the Aaron storyline. That whole scene where the offer was made and y'all were role playing back and forth whether Merlin was going to accept this fate for his son. I don't know. It was really that's like the good shit, you know?
Yeah, truly, I wasn't expecting that. I was like prepared for the week after to be like Jim and I going to war with Merlin and like kidnapping his son and like just like crazy stuff. But then you accepted it. I was like, oh, now I have to do something different with this, and that's when I came up with the idea of everybody making him artifacts. But yeah, that took me out of by surprise too.
Also, your magic stuff, the innovations, and you were really like playing into the mechanics of your game. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, that's true. If you hadn't, the game would have been completely different if you didn't give that innovation to the staff, because then I was able to like make a staff that just gave me whatever I wanted, and I was just able to do everything. But if you hadn't done that, I would.
Granted, that was also a selfish thing. I wanted a staff that would do cool stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't have time to spend just upgrading this over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I gotta get someone else to do it.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember, but like my first 3 months was just me making that dirt ball with Andromeda. And then after I had the staff, I was just like, oh, I can do anything now. I didn't have to like keep re-rolling. All right. Well, let's say our favorite thing about Guardian.
Well, Dan, in my mind, I skipped over myself being as part of this. I was already loading up what I wanted to say about Anthony.
Let's see. I thought Guardian was really clever with his spells when he just like turned one of the foes of death into his master. I was like, wow, I never would have thought about that. And that's like such a clever use of that.
That was fun.
It's so clever. I'm like surprised you're able to resist just doing that to every single one of them.
I really tried to not use the same spell twice
Yeah.
whenever I was doing that, because I wanted to, explore the whole thing. But it was such a clever solution that I was like, why wouldn't I do this every time?
Why wouldn't I just petrify the concept of foes of death? I don't know. I can't comprehend what that would mean. I can't remember what, but there's another spell that you did where I was like, oh man, that was a good idea, but I can't quite think of what it was. But I know you impressed me twice.
Part of that transformation, I also projected myself like across reality
That's what it was.
to
Yeah.
do it. That was a tough situation. I was like, I cannot get to this guy physically before the next turn, and all hell is gonna break loose if I don't. So I was like scouring the book for how do I break the rules enough to make this work.
Ugh, getting tired. Sorry. DDM, what's your favorite part about Guardian?
I also thought your spell use was very, very creative. The creating your old master to turn an enemy into a friend in a single use was really, really cool. As well as your creation of your chariot, because you would recognize that the main slog of your game was just getting to and from the different gates, and so you had uh, relatively quickly figured out a way to circumvent that, which I think I know. Looking back, I'm like, man, I should have cast some different spells or something to set up something to make this easier, to make my game easier on me, or do something like it's. I had thought about using animate the inanimate to make golems that would act as my agents, so they couldn't betray me.
That's pretty good.
I thought about doing that, but then I was like, no, it would maybe take a long time. And I was just too late to the party to thinking of that. But you were pretty quickly, as soon as you realized uh, a time sink in your game, you were looking for a way to get around it or make it more efficient.
Yeah, those things are like my favorite part about this game. Where I was like, oh, we're playing it now. Is the chariot, the octopus, the mind control crown, and like the portals to give us an extra week. Just anything where we were like, let's just make up a rule. Like, I thought that was like really fun and cool.
Yeah, the portals were clutch. I can't believe I forgot about that. That was amazing.
Yeah, just imagine we were doing that badly at the end with 25.
And we had an extra.
Yeah, and we were cheating.
I do think it's very, because this game is such an odd mix of such strict rules at times, especially with like the spell casting and the laws of magic and the rules of your own game. But it's also still a role playing game, and so you can still circumvent or go around rules or introduce new mechanics, um, or use mechanics in ways that were maybe they weren't intended to, or they just weren't considered when they were making them, but are still valid uses of mechanics. That is one thing I really like about this game.
Yeah, me too. Anthony, what did you like about Guardian?
I like the spell casting a lot too, but it has to be, first of all, telling Ozo to go fuck himself, and he said, help me resurrect someone. And then not helping when Ozo was about to die, being attacked by he lost his tail, lost 2 arms, lost a bit of him, and killed treasures. He never got to use that dragon knife. But anyway, and then not helping with that. And then stealing his pet dragon.
Yep, I'm a little shit.
That really hit off the trial arc, and I quite enjoyed it. It was fantastic.
After that session, I was like, man, we're supposed to be friends with this guy. I don't know. Like,
But I was ready for also to die because of that.
yeah. And even that, we refused you. Lotus, what was your favorite part?
I liked when you accepted after like everyone had been denying their I thought that was really sick. I really enjoyed the battle between was it a lich?
Yeah.
The battle
was
between
fun.
the lich and Oswald. Yeah, I think just like there were clever solutions that you were coming up with that weren't just like I slap it out of his hand. I tell him no. It was just like it had story in mind. And you know me, I'm like all about like story and like role play. I don't know. I thought that was really good.
That whole thing was tough because I didn't really understand. I didn't really know what the combat rules were going into that fight, and also also like immediately finding out, oh, I actually can't get through his words at all. I just have to make this painful.
Also, like standing on business, you were like, "Get the fuck out of my realm, brother!" You're like, "Don't try and bring somebody back from the dead, and go home." Okay, that was just I don't know. It was a good sense of like how a wizard would respond to another wizard trying to pull some bullshit in their realm. I got away with it when I did it.
Just like the Faustian.
Yeah.
I too am a little shit.
And I was legally allowed to do it, so. All right. Nice things about Anthony. I loved the Oswald voice.
Me too.
That is true.
It's
It's
really,
really good.
yeah, really good, really amusing to listen to.
Thank you. It kind of breaks a bit sometimes because I have another character who talks like this, but he's a bit younger. So making like a really old man voice has a different nuance to it, and I kind of mess it up sometimes. But you know, you really have to sound like you're dying every word you speak.
Yeah.
I would be dying by the end of the session if I tried to talk like that the whole time.
Also, your best moment for me came in this session when Follyfig was like, "You're gonna have to kill me." Oswald was so excited.
Finally, I can kill. I was waiting this whole game to kill someone, and also didn't kill anyone again.
We took away your whole reason to kill people.
Yeah.
We're so mean to Oswald.
Honestly, he deserved worse.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's a stand-in for the patriarchy, you know. Can't. DDM. Unmute yourself.
Sorry, forgot I was muted. Just fully started talking. I really enjoyed how far into character you got. Like I know during a lot of the scenes that I was in, I would often be like, oh, he says this is what he's thinking, not really performing in character. Whereas almost every time you were straight into old man voice and ready ready to go. Um, so I really enjoyed your commitment to it. Um, the I yeah and I hmm. Yeah, I will stick with that being, I think, definitely the biggest impression Oswald left was how strong of opinion and of his own, how confident he was of his own actions, even during the trial, going, actually, no, I didn't do anything wrong. It's like, actually, yes, you did this and this wrong. And he's like, nope, not really. What are you talking about? He's such a strong and willful character. And, he was ultimately a bad guy, but I loved how confident you were in his character and how sure footed you made him throughout it, and I thought that was very, very funny and enjoyable.
I did think I had to like make him like the worst of all the wizards because he is supposed to like represent being a man, and like we kind of agreed like the patriarch is the main evil of this world, and decided that right here at the end. It was quite implicit back then. But thank you. I do try my best.
Guardian.
I think that my favorite thing was listening to you do the mini game thing because it was so much every time, and you were just rambling through it, and I'm like a whole political story every action. And I'm like barely can keep up with what is going on. It's completely unintelligible to me, but it sounded so like so involved. Well, and this person is going to clearly assassinate this other person, and I'm like, holy shit, what is going on over there? And now they're pregnant. That was my favorite part. I just had a big grin on my face going, I have no fucking clue what is going on over in that kingdom, but it's a lot.
Now, to be fair, I also didn't. I should have like noted down a lot more stuff. It worked out in the end.
Yeah, I think the Warlocks game is the coolest one. But
Hell yeah.
I noticed you playing it. I was like, I guess you don't have much to do in it though, other than like the setup's like really involved. But then when you're actually playing it, there's like not much to do. I don't know. You spent most of it being like, I'm just gonna gather rumors. But Lotus, what do you like about Anthony?
I loved having the I think it was like from like the very first game we played together, but having the like feud constant between Polypig and Oswald. I just felt like there was always an underlying like I don't trust him. I don't like, it was just and I know it was like Polyphig going in the castle and wreaking havoc, and that was just really fun to like play against somebody, and it not be like meta, it was nice. Also, I like you're a role player that doesn't mind, or you kind of like welcome the disadvantages and mishaps that befall the character. And a lot of people like fight back against those, and really it kind of starts getting into like metagaming, but I don't know, it was just like really refreshing and always really funny for you to just be like, oh, he fucking dies, okay, moving on. So yeah, kudos. I really like your gameplay style.
I like how we had like this sort of feud. I always like this is the thing I have in all my friends. Sorry, by the way, I keep interrupting everyone and they stop speaking. Like this is not how it's supposed to go. It's supposed to be around like the other people talking. I'm sorry, I suck. I'm horrible. But I have this like any friend group of mine. I have this one person I have beef with for the bit. And like this was Faulty here, and like at the very end, he also gonna kill, and no, he doesn't kill Faulty. He doesn't get anything.
That was so funny. I was expecting it, but still, it caught me off guard.
I like that
That
you
was
tried to
so
get it
funny.
in, though.
That
like,
was
it's like,
great.
well, the Pact's dead. Hold on, let's take care of some business before we deal with that. Folly
Yeah.
Fig.
It's like try to win back lost money. It was so
That was
so
hilarious.
shitty.
The possible resolution to this, where I was like, yes, he's gonna kill Polyfig. That was like the humorous payoff of him killing Polyfig, but then he didn't, which was the funniest thing ever. So, that was amazing.
Yeah.
It gave.
Go.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
It gave me an opportunity. The feud gave me an opportunity to sort of play against it. So like, when we were doing the trial, I was like, I really was like, okay, I can't kill Oswald because I know that I'm about to have to be executed to keep the devil at bay. So I'm not gonna suggest the death penalty for Oswald. I'm gonna suggest something that's a little more like the conservatorship that you were put in. So that then that would create a great contrast when when Follyfig had to reach out and say, "Hey, I didn't kill you because you have to kill me. Please kill me at the next meeting. Thank you." So I don't know. That's just like a good foundation that gave opportunities. So it was cool.
And as a bonus thing, I also liked how, I don't know, like what DDM was saying, just like how confident you were running the moots.
Yeah.
You really had that down. And at one point, we were talking about like we can't get to the orrery, and I was like, I might have a solution, and you were basically like, all right, Gemini, you're taking care of that this month, and I was like, oh damn. Like...
It was also really funny when Follyfig then had to step in and run the moot.
Yes.
Because you had set such a strong example of how the moot should be run. And then like even myself as the player, I was like, oh fuck, I don't know how to do this. It was so discombobulated and out of whack. Because you did it so well.
Yeah, yeah.
To be frank, the first time I was like, oh, what do I do? But I think I got it that way. Actually. I think like the biggest downside was not getting like any sessions of also not being able to talk during the movie.
Yes. That's true. Let's say some nice things about Lotus. She bought me boneless wings today, and that's just beyond compare. As always, Lotus just brings so much to a character. I love just listening to her be Follyfig. That'll be it for me. Just all the roleplay is great.
Thank you.
GDM.
I think you and Guardian probably had the most creative uses of magic throughout it, like turning someone into frogs and trying to stomp on them, or going to a cult meeting and turning them into statues in a sea cave, or making a giant taking a kraken and making it even bigger, but then turning it to our side to use whenever you need it as well. I mean, or you made a boat out of solid air to drive people around for a week, and then it fell apart. That was also very, very funny. It's just
the sea cave full of coral statues. That's great.
Yes. Yes.
Thanks. I was really going for whimsical.
Yeah, it was some of the most creative uses of magic throughout the entire game. Was stuff you were doing.
Thank you. Thank you. I think that's why I it took me so long every time it'd come around to me doing magic, because I was like, okay, I know what spell I want to do, but I want it to be more than just like what's on this piece of paper. I need it to be something crazy.
Guardian, what do you think?
Yeah, so I was also I really loved the schemes that Folly Fig got himself into by being crazy with the magic system. The coral statues were definitely my favorite. That whole process of figuring out how to make that work and make them never be able to turn back. That was great. I also really enjoyed whenever Folly Fig was like, you know what, these guys are getting a little uppity. I'm gonna just start throwing complications around, cast a spell, watch what happens. Yeah. That was fun. Because everybody was like, well, I'm about to cast a spell, so I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Bring it on. Everybody got a complication that that time.
Alright, and Anthony?
I
Oh, sorry, go.
It's okay. I found the complication thing interesting as the Faustian because like it's pretty much the way it's worded is like you should probably give a complication if someone's casting magic. But I am somebody that's like I don't want to like overkill it, otherwise it's not significant when it's needed. And so I tried to give it like rules for myself for like when to give something a complication. Like I made a rule of like desperation. So if it's like I need this to happen now, so I'm gonna cast a spell. I was like, okay, that's gonna have a good complication. But then like also as Folly Figs as the Faustian's deck started dwindling and the Devil's deck started building up, I was like, okay, so now like there needs to be more complications for when everyone does magic because it'll reflect like the chaotic spiral of um the pact. But
I think that was a good choice because it meant that we were able to explore the magic system without being too worried at first, and then it kind of hit while we were all, comfortable casting spells all the time.
yeah, thanks. I think I did think while I was doing it, I was like somebody that is maybe a more uh tactical or like strategically uh more adept than I am. I'd be interested to see how they would do the complication mechanic. I don't know. I just want to see like somebody that would be really good at it do it.
And Anthony, what did you think of Lotus?
I would say like my favorite archetype for characters is probably like Merlin, just like the old wise sage. Which more or less everyone is, but Merlin especially. But also Folly Fig. I just love like not dumbass characters exactly, but just like the guy who just he is here to fool around. That is his job. So I really enjoy, especially how Lotus played him. It was very fun watching him like fuck around, but still, as other people say, like use like magic in a very creative way. I quite enjoyed it. I loved creating Yakuza. This is like one of the coolest things in the campaign, more or less. It was kind of the opposite of the duel, in that the duel was kind of like mind numbing because of how like the combat works and because we kind of sucked it, and like none of us read the rules. There's that too. Uh, so like the creating the Kraken, like the increasing the Kraken, whatever you want to call it, enhancing. Also do like almost the whole session. It was super fun. Like, oh no, let's do this. No, let's add this to him. It was very fun, especially as I mentioned back then, with how with the contrast between some of the options. Crazy shit.
Yeah.
But yes, that's like how she played him and those moments in general. I love the letter today. Naturally, it was great. I love when people like do those. Oh, this is a very important moment, which always leaves me afraid that I'm when I turn into a joke. But I can't pass up the opportunity. I'm sorry. I quite enjoyed it. Yes.
Thanks. I really love playing Folly Fig. I love a character. So the Faustian isn't I think, really written to be played the way that I played it. I don't know. I think it's supposed to be a little bit more dark and slimy, you know. It's supposed to be more involved in like the crime world and stuff. But I just thought it would be such an interesting contrast to play just like an actual clown that has to keep the devil at bay.
I thought you played it
Being loyal salesman, but they're not being bozo.
great.
I really enjoyed this game a lot.
Yeah. And then after we all fluff each other, we go around the thing affirming our part of the celestial audience that we're supposed to be in charge of. But you know what? We killed it. That's dead. We're not upholding the old laws anymore. So instead, let's just go around really quick, give some feedback on the game, and especially like what we thought about the characters we played. I really liked the game. I thought it was very challenging to make a story out of it. And I loved the Sage. It's perfect. I haven't read what edits they made to it in the new copy, but I hope none, except for the paradigms, which the anti-magic revolution was like one of the paradigms, and we didn't really get to use that because I kept it balanced the whole time, so the paradigms didn't come into effect. So maybe those were cool, but they didn't seem like it, and we didn't use it, so I don't know. But just playing this Sage was so great, being able to like help people out and then pursue my own interests without being too stressed out by my board game. I thought it was great. If I could like pick a wizard class to be in real life, I'd probably pick the Sage. Like for the sex streams, like I mentioned earlier.
Right, yes, obviously.
Yeah. DDM, what do you think?
I really enjoyed it. I do agree it's kind of hard to make a story out of. I think if they had kind of fleshed out some of the scenarios where you were talking about, well, like we started this one and it was like, oh, magic's dying off. We haven't cast spells in years. And that was the scenario we played. I think if they fleshed those out more, that would be. I think that would help with the operation of the game. And I know it's a small team, one person making this, and it very very interesting. But it was definitely confusing at times where it's like, okay, cool. Do I just sit here and play this game the entire time? Is that all I do? um, but so yeah, I think a fleshed out starting scenario, and then maybe like, oh, once you're 4 months into this event happens when you're trying to do it, or once you achieve, or here's the bad thing that's happening. Here's these goals that are set out for everyone to achieve. But once one of these goals gets achieved, then something happens, or something good or something bad happens. And I know a lot of it is for this to be a very free-form game, and for each one to be its own. But I think with everyone being a GM here, would be better to have a little. If there was a little bit of railing to walk along, I think. Just to if nothing else, just to have for reference. But otherwise, I did very, very much enjoy this game. It was the mechanics were very, very interesting. I thought the story we made was pretty fun and fairly compelling. I know we didn't have a full party, and so that messed it up a little bit. But yeah, I had a good time overall.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm not sure we could have gotten through like around a session with 7 people.
Oh, yeah.
True.
Well, it's especially one of our first sessions where everyone's like, okay, how does this work? What are we doing? At the end, we got pretty efficient at it. Um, so I think if you had 7 people that were already experienced in playing this game, I think you could tear through it pretty quickly. But other than that, it's just going to take so long trying to get everybody sorted out. Like, if at the beginning we could go, okay, guys, do what needs to be done for the stars, and then everyone spends a few minutes doing it, and then we start into turns immediately instead of going, okay, here's what I'm doing, here's what's happening, here's why. Next person, here's what I'm doing, here's why. Uh, um, but obviously, that's just a result of experience
Mhm.
and something we kind of got towards at the end. Um, but yeah, otherwise it is a pretty slow game.
Yeah, I think that's probably where the most time opened up at the end was just everybody taking care of their star stuff off screen and then just like catching me up on what was going on. What'd you think
Yeah.
of the sorcerer?
I really enjoyed it. I really liked. I know whenever coming into it, I was worried because it's like, oh, you have the final say in events of magic, and I was like, I'm so I kind of thought I was like, this is very interesting, but am I going to be running the game here? Like it's a game about wizards, but it really was not. I was not as involved as I worried I would be with because I worried about taking agency from others. Um, but there is so much. There's a lot more nuance to everyone's domain that I had not fully expected, but I did enjoy.
Good. Guardian. What are your opinions?
Yeah. So, well, I mean, overall, I had fun playing the game. So it's effective in the main goal of creating a game. Um, as far as as far as like overall game feedback, I really think that it needs to find a way to give the characters room for things other than the mini game. Because I had a whole list of companions that we never saw because my mini game doesn't focus on companions.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no time for me to spend with them, and it's not like I'm gonna bring them to the Wizards moot, which is really sort of the place where the Wizards have their role play with each other happen. Um, so I think that needs to be built into the overall game, to make sure that the characters feel more like real characters, are more like real people that have lives outside of this wizard moot thing. Um, it's not so bad in some of the other classes because, like, I mean, the warlock is constantly dealing with other people. The sorcerer has like libraries that you're visiting and agents that you're creating and stuff like that. But for the necromancer, it's all about trying to get to from one gate to the other. And so for the necromancer overall, uh, I think there needs to be some serious work reformatting the actual way that you read about what the necromancer is supposed to be doing, because it's um, it's not great, uh, the way that it's put out there right now. And honestly, I know it's supposed to be a sort of like free form game, but some goddamn examples on how the game is supposed to work would go a long fucking way. You know, like come on, like put some examples of play in the book, and you've got like the board, set the board up and show what happens and that stuff. That would be great because it's not like this game you can just go on YouTube and find people playing it. Um,
You can now.
yeah, and hopefully we did a good job, because otherwise we're leading other people down a dark path.
Yeah, yeah.
um, go ahead.
I was gonna say we are a representation of what this game is now. So when people try and look it up, let's hope we did it right.
Wow, that's so
Yep.
interesting to be like, we were wrong. Like, J Dragon just like disowns us. Like, they are not associated with my product.
Well, they're not even playing the latest one. There's two more versions out since.
It wasn't out when we started.
the, the Hierophant's gone through 7 different mini games. But no, I again, like I said, I did have a fun time, and I'll be honest. Part of that was that the game has some very interesting lore, very interesting mechanics. Part of that was just that I'm playing with people who are good at playing role-playing games. If I would have played this with some of my other groups, it would have been a disaster. And I think that's part of the problem, right? Is that this is a game for people who are really good at games, at role-playing games already. This is not a game that I would try to get a beginner to play.
Mhm.
Especially not before they get the rules locked in and do a whole bunch of editing on the books, and maybe try to put it into one book instead of 18. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got the rule book, your class book, and the grimoire open at all times minimum, and that's for us that aren't the sage. So yeah.
That's yeah, and there's a short play like gameplay series that the creator had with some like influencer types, and yeah, there's this one player that I don't know, just like isn't up to the task of playing the game, but you can hear them like in real time, their like brain just like melting as they like. Like, try to make sense of it. It's like distressing to watch, honestly.
Yeah, I could see that. Look, I mean, I came in after you guys had already had 2 sessions. I came in on the 3rd session, and I just kind of like 10 minutes into the game said, you know what? I'm not gonna understand most of what's going on. I'm just gonna have fun doing what I do here. And a lot of this is going over my head, and I'm just gonna let that happen.
Yeah.
And it worked out for me, but I can see where, like, if you've not even played like Dungeons and Dragons before, this is not gonna work for
no way.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. But I will say again that is supposed to be part of the game, is like the other games are like incomprehensible to you, and so it's supposed to be like, you're like, the most important thing in the world is that the enemies of death don't make it, and the other people are just like, I don't fucking care, I had to assassinate those people.
Yeah, no, and I'm taking that into account, because that was actually really effective.
Mm-hmm.
Because the book says that literally every single class says yours is the most important because this.
Oh,
and
that's right.
You're supposed to feel that, and that was effective, and that worked. But I had problems even understanding what my game was supposed to do in certain places.
Yeah.
That's where I think the biggest problem is. And again, like, okay, there's a whole bunch of lore about these gates of death, and yeah, every time I go to one, I could describe what the gate looks like and the environment and stuff like that. But Jesus Christ, we can't get through a round with 4 people, and I'm not doing any of that. How long would it take if we got into the nitty gritty of the gates every time I did a turn? Anyway.
Yeah, that's also my complaint. I like really know how to describe it, but it's like all like ethereal. And it just like depends on. It's just like when your kid's just being like a force field, you're just like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
There's no GM to be like, this is true, this is not true. You're just kind of like, I do this and it happens, and we're like, okay, it's the Warlock's turn now. And speaking of the Warlock's turn, Anthony, what did you think of the game and the Warlock?
I did have a lot of fun. I was worried when I first got here because everyone else already knows each other. So I'm the weirdo coming in. I was like, I'm gonna fuck this up, and then they're never gonna call me for a game ever again. But I think it out well in the end. And I do agree. There's a lot of stuff that's a bit esoteric, especially stuff that isn't explained well, or like there's not enough examples for you to make out what the rules are implying. But it's also fun, like just like figuring it out between ourselves. So we're gonna do it like this, since we're all the DMs. So it's definitely a home rule for all of us. So it works out. But I did have fun. I like the magic system quite a bit. Even if I don't know, I think there are more like clearer ways in the rulebook or the grimoires to like how to get the materials needed for like higher imports, for example. Because otherwise, you just kind of, oh, I'm gonna spend a week to do something, and then maybe we'll decide if it works. But overall, I enjoyed it. I do agree it's rough, especially when you're starting out and there's just a lot of stuff. I really don't think this would work with 7 people. At least not like in 4 hours how we usually do it. I think like 5 was kind of like the sweet spot. Make it perfect. I do think like I didn't read anyone else's books, but from what I listened to, I do think the Warlocks minigame was like the most fun one. I don't know, maybe at least it's the one that affects everything else in a more visible way. Maybe I don't know if I explain that well. But the point is, what happens in the court uh, affects the other regions, the other domains, in a easily. Let's say like this. Fantastic. But I did enjoy the Warlock. I like the concept of the character. He's supposed to be more or less like not the bad guy specifically, but he's the one who enforces the rules, and like the rules suck. Jesus. So it was very fun playing Oswald. I really enjoyed it, even if he didn't really get to do anything in the end. It was fun, and I think that's something Comp brought up on one of the first sessions. It was way more like a tabletop game, a role at the end of the day. So it's hard to like create a proper story with it. But I think we kind of managed in the end. It was fun. You had themes and such.
Yeah.
Yes, I had.
Good. And Lotus Mother.
Yes. So the game itself, I think is fun. I really enjoyed playing. I do think there is a big learning curve. That sometimes you almost want like TTRPGs to be like plug and play, at least easy enough that if someone has like a pre-made character, you can just hop in and sort of figure it out. But this really requires you to do a bunch of reading and memorizing and like tracking and referencing. And yeah, so I think I definitely think it's not very beginner friendly at all. Case in point, perhaps, being that like playing the Faustian, I used a lot of the mechanics that were in the Faustian's book, but I know for a fact that there's a mechanic that I did not use at all. And it's diabolic twists. And it is they were supposed to be triggered anytime another player did something specific. So like one of them is reveal when any other character has a scene with a foe of death, or reveal when any other character has a scene with the king or a member of his inner circle. It's very like I have to be paying attention to every player's every single turn and be doing something with my board based on what they do on their turn. which I mean, doable, but I didn't have it in my mind because while everybody else was going, I was like planning out my next turn and listening at the same time, you know? Because I didn't want to then spend, when it came to my turn, spend my whole turn being like, okay, so what do I do? Let me look at my board and think about it now instead of, while other people were doing their thing, thus wasting time.
Yeah.
So
I-
I don't know. Maybe somebody else could have been better at keeping track. There's a lot of mechanics in the Faustian's book. A lot of things that I'm like I had to be juggling and remembering and going back to, and okay, well then this means that this happens, and I don't know. That being said, I very much enjoyed playing the Faustian. Would highly recommend to anybody else that would play this game to play the Faustian. Super fun. I really liked the cards aspect of it. Being able to, like, for the schemes to go off and me have to take cards and keep track of like what's in the Faustian's deck and the Devil's deck, and just have a good, like, tangible example of the Faustian sort of losing to the Devil as the Devil's deck increases in size is really cool.
I went over to her
Yeah.
deck last week and I was like, "Is this your deck?" It was just like a magic hand of cards or something like that. She's like, yeah."
And I don't know. It was fun. There's just a lot there's a lot of role playing in the Faustian's book. Like all of the schemes require you to consult the wizard that's in that realm and ask them, okay, this happened, explain what it is to you, and then I'll explain, how the devil's turning it into something evil. Which I like that level of collaboration and storytelling and on that group level. So I really liked that. Um, on the game and like on as a whole, I very much like the multiple GM thing because my favorite moments of this whole campaign were when we were like, okay, so now what should happen? And we all sort of had a jam session on it to determine like what would the obstacles be? What are you know, which results are most interesting? Which results make the most sense story-wise? That was just like, I don't know, that's kind of my brain scratchy zone.
Yeah, I liked
Uh,
when I think Oswald was like throwing a party at some point and you were just like, two guys are gonna start dueling each other now. Like,
It was the king's birthday.
yes, yeah.
it's the king's birthday. Yeah. The trial thing, us getting to do that was pretty cool. Uh,
Just so you
I
guys
think you.
know, because it took us so long to get to that trial for like 3 weeks, Lewis was like, "I don't think I'm ready for this trial."
Yeah, I had performance anxiety.
And so did
But we
Polyphig,
did.
so it worked.
Yes. Um, yeah, I think I would like to play like in the future if I ever played this game again. I would like to play the Faustian again, now knowing better how to play it, if that makes sense. I feel like
Yeah.
I've got a stronger sense of it now, and I'm like, okay, I could really, really nail this down and play something um more crunchy, more strategic and meddling. frankly.
Yeah, that's a good final question. So Lotus, would you play it again?
I would.
What character would you play?
So I think I would want to play the Faustian. I also like the Warlocks game because I like that sort of political intrigue stuff. And the Sages game, I feel like it would give me anxiety just watch just watching everything, like being the balance beam of it.
Yeah.
But the Destiny thing is really cool. And then for some reason the Necromancers game seems so like metal to me. It just seems so sick. I don't know.
Uh, you were talking about like mechanics that you had that you didn't really do, and there's a little bit of that for the Necromancer. Like for one thing, I was supposed to be constantly interjecting in all of you guys' shit to be like, hey, just so you know, you're gonna die.
Memento mori, sir.
Yeah, I was supposed to be like if the warlock is like, I walk over there and I go, oh, hold on, your knee hurts. You're just getting old, man. like that's even of the few examples that are in this game, that's pretty much one of them. For in the rule book. And then I was also supposed to be involved more, I think, with any time anyone dies. So NPC or what. I'm supposed to be the final arbiter over death. So I think, though, it, again, it's not super clear. I think that I could be like, actually, they don't die. They're gonna just come back to haunt you later or something.
No.
But that stuff wasn't very clear, and also again, I was doing the same thing as Lotus. I was like, what? How am I gonna save the realms of death from overflowing this turn? And I missed most of whatever was happening in a lot of the other games.
So Guardian, would you play again?
I would play again if the rest of this group wanted to play again. I would not be the one to suggest it, but I had fun playing with you guys, and I would do that again. I would. The Necromancer was fun. It's different enough from any character that I would play in a normal tabletop game that it helps me to, get out of the standard things that I would be doing. So that's good for this game, I think. I would also be fine playing the sorcerer or maybe the warlock.
Okay. DDM, would you play again?
Yeah, I think so. Again, I agree with Guardian. I would want to be a somewhat experienced group. Whether this one, maybe with like we filled out the rest of it as well. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I think I'd probably definitely play the sorcerer again. His game makes the most sense to me, but also I am interested in the mariner as well. That also seems like a lot of fun. Like going around fighting, driving off sea monsters and protecting these different like trade routes, and there's pirates and stuff everywhere. I think that would be cool. I haven't looked into his game a lot, but the map looks interesting, and I just think I think it's a cool uh uh what's the word? I don't remember. I think it'd be a fun character to play as a mariner.
Yeah.
It's got a cool aesthetic.
Yeah. Well, I would definitely just I'd keep doing the creation of transportation on a boat and just keep building a better and better boat every time until I'm just flying across the seas.
It's like a submarine.
The best part is that like Follyfig made the best boat. Like when she made the boat to fight the Kraken, it was like fragile, so instantly got destroyed. But like she rolled so good on it. Great. Yeah, when we made the Kraken, the like Titanomancy on it, that actually, like, I was the one that fed it after that, but it actually becomes the Mariner's problem after you make after you make that.
Yeah. It's like, oh shit, okay,
That's
I gotta find a
hilarious.
way to feed this thing.
Just see the guy fuming on the other side of the table the whole time you're spending 3 hours coming up
Making a
with
massive
spells.
sea monster.
It's like, okay, take care of this thing now, thanks.
You can't kill it, by the way. It is unkillable. Literally, nothing will kill it. Magic, nothing.
Yeah, it's a strategic mastermind. It's already thought of what you were gonna try. You also forget about it the moment it leaves your sight.
Oh yeah, that's the most fucked up thing about it. Where did Jerry go? There's no trace of that guy.
Why am I crying? Anthony, would you play again?
I'm gonna go with Guardian on this one. Yes, I'd play, but I wouldn't be the one to suggest it. It was very fun, but it gets grating sometimes, especially when you have to learn if we switch up wizard. I think it would be fun. Like we haven't seen like the Hierophant and the Mariner, and it's the Mariner. So I think it would be fun like to switch up. But then everyone has to learn how things work again, and that can be you can slow things down.
Yeah.
So it was fun. Yeah, it's not really something I like. I'm super looking forward to playing again. And there's also new versions coming out. If we ever do play it again, I think it might be better like to wait a bit for a more complete version of the rulebook.
Yeah. Wait till I buy the $200 box set version.
Yes, luck set.
All right.